Up on the menu, we have school lunches are utterly repulsive. Yeah, school lunches are something that's like not for the faint of heart. I've had friends that could like, you know, just down them bitches like they were nothing. But I was always someone who could only eat them whenever like I was like truly like just thoroughly hungry, like eat a horse type shit. Also, shout out to the fly trap. Let's get a bite of the video. Talk to me.
School lunches have to be some kind of failed government lab experiment that escaped containment and somehow got approved for distribution to every single school in America. There is absolutely no way that the administration boards actually care about their students' well-being, because how in tarnation did you look at these menu options and still give it the thumbs up regardless? School lunches for the most part has always been unappetizing and bad to look at since way back during the 1900s. They were serving moose legs and raccoon ankles for your options back then. Fast forward to now and things
moose legs and raccoon ankles is crazy.
Still haven't gotten better. Different years, same result. They ain't do nothing but step back. At some point, the food got so bad, instead of people eating it, they started using it as potion.
Like I remember, tail end of high school, the food was just horrible. It wasn't nothing like it used to be back when I was in shit. Hell, even middle school before that, not that long ago, and it tasted like just lower quality, crummy texture. Just all around bad, all around just fucking like they stopped trying. It was crazy, and people would still slop that shit down. Most definitely, it was crazy that they would still eat that shit, man.
Ingredients, and I started seeing kids making the most vile and revolting concoctions I'd ever seen. My nigga, you are not Walter White. Put the pipe down. I remember back in elementary school when they used to give us those calendar packets that showed us the lunch schedule for each day of the month. I used to hyper-analyze every single day of each week.
You know what's crazy? At my school, we never got one of those. Like, I always felt left out when I would see people at other schools, they'd get like their menu for what lunch is gonna be. Us, no. It was just like, hey, this is what we're serving today. It's like, it was like a kind of like a nasty surprise every time you got to the cafeteria type shit.
I was a war general planning a full-scale invasion on another country. Despite most of the food looking like it was expired already, you'd still have big back sprinting down the hallway, breaking the sound barrier just to get to the lunch line first. Like, calm down, big dog, it's all yours. There was this one time in 2nd grade where I didn't have breakfast that morning and literally felt like a walking skeleton. Not having any other food on me, the obvious plan was to wait until lunchtime so I could refill my stamina bar and not disintegrate into thin air. Now, I have no idea what kind of alien substances they were creating that day, but the options they had were absolutely horrific. A little bit of this and a little bit of that all meal. Also,
like one of my friends had a milk jug. I shit you not. He opened the you know, the little milk carton they give you for lunch, which who the fuck would thought pizza and milk was a good fucking combination? But whatever. He opened his milk and that shit was fucking expired. That shit was literally chunky and he didn't realize till about 3 gulps in. It was the most disgusting shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
So like most kids my age, I utterly hated vegetables. If the food had mainly leaves or even looked nutritious, best believe I'm standing at least 3 countries away from it. As I'm walking in the line
naturally,
and scanning through the options, out of the corner of my eye, I see a pizza bagel sitting on the middle shelf. As I grabbed the bagel and looked at it closer, I off rip was already having second thoughts. For starters, the cheese was dry.
He must be from Michigan. I only hear other Michiganders talk about pizza bagels, to be quite honest. And when I say that to anybody who's not from there, they be like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, that sounds like some dumb shit. Or what am I thinking of pizza burgers? If you're in Michigan and you watch this, is pizza burgers a Michigan thing, or is pizza bagels a Michigan thing? I get those two flopped sometimes.
Real dry. The bread was also super pale despite the fact that it looked cooked on the outside. But at this point, I had basically no other option, so I just said F it and went back to the table anyway. Once I went back to my seat, I took a bite out of the bagel and I kid you not,
big mistake.
I looked inside of it and the sauce was purple. Like Barney the dinosaur level purple. Not gonna lie, in that moment, I deadass thought I consumed demon blood and was about to turn into one at any second. I immediately threw away the bagel and in the span of 10 seconds sprinted to the bathroom like I was prime Usain Bolt. I started rinsing out my mouth and at this point I'm already thinking my time has come and they're about to find me on the bathroom floor looking absolutely crazy. But after a few minutes I finally managed to get the taste out of my mouth and I just went back to my table. From that day forward, I basically forced my parents to help me make my lunch at home and bring it to school because there is no shot I was ever touching anything from the school counters ever again. Every once in a while the menu would actually be pretty decent and there would be edible options for us to eat. The once in a while food we got were were these grilled chicken sandwiches that looked like they were straight bought from Chick-fil-A, and they tasted amazing. This is more of a personal issue for me, but because I'm Muslim, I can't.
For me, basically, if the school cafeteria wasn't selling nachos or pizza, I would just not eat lunch that day unless I brought money to buy from the Little Twos and Fews. They sell like the you know, the upgraded premium shit that, like, you know, the poor people don't have access to in the fucking cafeteria. And man, that shit was abysmal.
Can't eat a majority of stuff that my cafeteria offers because some of it has pork. If there was a day that they were serving only pepperoni pizza and pork slice sandwiches, it was GG's. This was a big issue when I was younger because nobody up to that point actually explained to me what pork looked like. I couldn't tell the difference between a pork and a turkey slice, and unless the menu was specified or I asked the lunch lady, I basically had to gamble each time they were serving anything made with meat. Pause. So whenever the main food looked terrible, which was most days, I just grabbed one of the container sandwiches. One time I grabbed this sandwich thinking that it was turkey, but the meat was slightly more pink than usual. I didn't think anything of it at the time, but I was about to be in for a rude awakening. So I started eating it, and a couple bites in, my friend looks at me and goes, "You know that's pork, right?" Huh? Nah, man, stop playing with me. I know you're capping. Nah, that's actually pork, dude. My mom makes it for me back home.
Say you swear to God. Say you swear to God. Put that on Allah. Say, put that on Allah. Say wallahi, bro. Say.
Between the sloppy and unappetizing food, mystery meat, dry chicken nuggets, and terrible serving sizes, school lunches are a walking nightmare every single day. I'm sure there are.
I don't expect how they thought they like. I mean, I don't understand how they expected us to function, work, and think off of this shit. They expected you to show up ready to learn off of bullshit fuel, off of like them just straight doing buffoonery on your fucking plate.
Schools out there with elite lunch menus, but for the ones I had, there were straight buns.
Yeah, man, the shit was crazy, bro. Hold on, let's go back. But you guys, let me know your horror stories with school lunches. I would love to see them in the comments below. I would love to have a conversation, start up some convos in the comments below. Check the description if you want other style of videos on my channel. The spiritual channel is also up if you want to go and tune into the first video on that. And with all that being said, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, binge the rest of the videos on my channel. Have a better day than me.